Kyle Kulinski comes out here with a banger tweet. Just kidding. With this tweet, Biden going full populist in this speech, strong State of the Union. And I do want to be fair to Kyle. We're going to give all of his context and other opinions and all that stuff. But on its face, yeah, not the best tweet. And like I said, I watched the State of the Union address. It was not very populist. I mean, whatever populism was in it was just obvious posturing. So yeah, Kyle's tweet here, this got a lot of responses. I thought this was pretty funny. Friend of the show, Socialist MMA. This was probably my favorite response right here. And again, to be fair to Kyle, the dude did post some other tweets criticizing the State of the Union. I'll try to find him. It wasn't like it was all positive.
Yeah, dude, this is it's a bad tweet, right? And it's just poor political analysis, because as much as you try and give him the benefit of the doubt, there's just no excusing this from a guy that's been fucking doing this game for so long, misreading this card so badly. I mean, Kyle, you know what the fuck is going on. This is all empty rhetoric. I've heard you lambast politicians so many times for only wanting to talk about shit and never wanting to do anything. Why would you try and give Joe Biden a fucking W right now? Like, this is so weird. Why are you not pissed off that all it was a retreading of the boulevard of broken dreams of shit he said he was going to give us 12 months ago, Kyle? What the fuck, man? There wasn't any populism about that. That was called bullshitting. That's what that was. Populism? No, that was lying to your constituents. Next, Kyle's going to be like, yeah, I really like when politicians tell me that they support good things and oppose bad things. No fucking shit, man. Like, I was shocked, dude. I don't know how you retain that from the one understanding the performance of Joe Biden up until this point, where he has failed to do one single populist thing his entire presidency. And now he goes and he talks about how he wants to pass some provisions of a handout to fucking billionaires mostly. And, oh yeah, we're going to try and sprinkle in some good stuff too. Yeah, that's the populism I want to hear. No, it sounds like fucking Barack Obama. And remember how we spent the last 10 years fucking blowing our brains out, criticizing how horrible that was for our country? You did it too, Kyle. What the fuck? I just don't understand.
Yeah, no, I think that's totally fair. And again, is this really the left flank of the Democratic Party at this point? Like, giving Biden like faint praise for doing the absolute bare minimum in his shitty State of the Union address, while meanwhile doing absolutely nothing as the executive when he has so much power. Anyway, it is just a tweet. Let's see what Jimmy Dore responded. He says, "If I was this dumb, I'd want to punch myself in the face."
Same.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Same.
Yeah, so Jimmy coming out here. Again, it doesn't seem like there's any hope of repairing Jimmy Dore and Kyle Kulinski's friendship at this point, or any sort of, a professional relationship. They're totally done for. And it doesn't seem like Kyle responded to this at all. Not that I could find, at least. It seems like he's just going to ignore Jimmy from here on out and let him take his shots, again, while ignoring it. But yeah, let's actually listen to Kyle's take on this. I did want to play it just to be fair to the man. This is his comment. Did you want to say something? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, this is his commentary last night on the Breaking Points panel. Let's take a listen, because again, Twitter can sometimes be a little bit unnuanced, a little bit reductive. So let's take a listen to his full words here, and we can, parse through what we actually agree with and disagree with.
So I guess let's just start, Kyle, with you. What are some of the top recollections from, obviously Ukraine was the top news, but general breakdown of the speech? I think it clocked in around an hour and 10 minutes, on the shorter side of a State of the Union. What were your general impressions here?
So I got two things that I thought were very negative, and then one thing that I thought was positive. Sure. The negatives are he was stumbling and bumbling a lot. Mm-hmm. And, optics.
No taking away from that.
Listen, it's hard to watch. There's just no denying that.
Yeah, so that was a negative. The other negative thing was, especially in the second half of the speech, it was just a lot of standard politician fluff. I was getting so aggravated because he was going down basically his list of Build Back Better agenda items. And he was saying, we got to do this. We should do this. We should do that. You didn't get Build Back Better passed. You didn't propose standalone bills on that. You didn't break out your executive order pen to do any of that. So it's just literally a virtue signal speech. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And so I was really frustrated. It's almost like the more you know about politics, then the more angry you get, because you're like, I know that this is all just fake and theater, and it's not like we're actually going to do these things.
Yeah.
But I will say the one positive thing is the speech was, especially for the first half or so after the Ukraine stuff, it was very populist. Mm-hmm. So he did sort of lean in on we got these new factories now opening up in Ohio and in Michigan, semiconductor factories and some other factories. And that's how you made the comment, Sagar, as we were watching. Like, that's exactly something Trump would have done.
Yeah, and it's a great. It was a great.
Yeah, exactly. That means it's not fucking like what, opening factories, Kyle. That's the new definition of populism. Like Ron DeSantis runs around and talks about how he's opening a bunch of fucking new factories in Florida. Are you going to talk about how based his populism speeches are? No, because you actually care about the policy that goes behind it. You just said it was all fluff. It was all fluff because it's not real. Why? I don't understand that logic. How do you make that jump from saying everything correctly to then just coming out and being like, well, that was still pretty good, even though it was all a lie? Like, what?
And that is smart politics. I love how he leaned into the Buy America stuff. So the only positive stuff is it was a lot more populist than I thought it would be. But the negatives, again, stumbling and bumbling and just standard politician fluff.
So I like that he lied to us, but I'm bummed that it was all lies. That was what I take away from Kyle's analysis. What the fuck, dude? Like, I don't understand. Like, try and explain it to me, Gavin, because like I don't understand.
I mean, I guess the most charitable interpretation of Kyle's comments about the populism is just that he's saying, like, you know, from a political analysis standpoint, not including my opinion or his opinion, but I think the most charitable interpretation is that he's saying, like, you know, if I was a political analyst, or he is a political analyst, then he did a good job, like, communicating the populist tendencies of the Democratic agenda when it comes to Buy America, when it comes to, like, you know, building things in America. Again, maybe that's not actually happening, but I think Kyle might have just been saying, like, you know, this is the kind of message the Democrats should be embracing if they want to win. So again, just as far as like removing his opinion, but just giving an analyzation of the politics of it and how good or bad Joe Biden potentially is connecting with the people. Maybe, you know, like, yeah, lean into those talking points if you want to succeed. But again, that's about the most charitable interpretation. I agree that, yeah, it definitely was not populist. Again, I think he was maybe just pointing out that, yeah, it was politically correct, not politically correct, but you know what I'm saying? It was a good move politically for Biden to lean into those talking points rather than other ones. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I want to bring factories back up. Yes, that's what I want to see. Populism in the, like, every fucking president says that, regardless. Like, Ronald Reagan doesn't consider him a populist. You go listen to Reagan's speeches. He doesn't talk in the State of the Union about how fucking, he fired all of the air traffic controllers and fucking, you know, closed down. No, we opened 64 new factories right outside this Virginia. You know, whatever the fuck. That's not how Ronald Reagan sounded, but you guys understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Just like.
Anyway, yeah, definitely not the best look for Kyle.